Hi there. I hope you're having a great time. This is Pavnesh, enjoying a walk in a sunny day. Let's get started. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Lenovo Legion 5 specifications. We're going to check its performance using some benchmark. We will be using Geekbench 5 for this, and then we will open some applications and see how it performs. And we will also cover a quick introduction to the Lenovo VANTAGE. What are the options that you get and what you can do with it to make the most out of your Lenovo Legion 5. First, we will look at the specifications. So there are a number of ways to do that. Let's open Task Manager. Go to Performance. We can see the AMD Ryzen 7 4800H with Radeon graphics, 8 core, 16 threads, base speed 2.9 GHz, memory is 16 GB RAM. We have both of the slots occupied. This is where you can check it. The speed is 3200 MHz. Okay. Then we move to the disk. We have Samsung M.2 NvMe drive, 512 gigabytes. Wi-Fi, we have Wi-Fi 6, and of course we have the Nvidia GeForce GTX 1660 Ti graphic card. So this is the main hardware information. The screen is 1080p, 100% RGB color gamut coverage. Now, let's talk about some performance. The first thing we will do is we will download the Geekbench. So we will just open the browser, type Geekbench, Windows 10. To bring it to this website, download for Windows, and there we are. Okay. Since I've already downloaded, I'll just cancel this. Okay. We'll go to downloads, open the file. Yes. Welcome to Geekbench 5 setup. Agree, next, run Geekbench 5. So this is how the score works. Basically, they have calibrated this course against a baseline score of 1000, which is the score of an Intel Core i3-8100, and more the performance, more the score will be. So as you can see, there are some requirements: Windows 10 64-bit or later, 2 GB of RAM, Pentium 4 or later. Okay, so this is the interface. We can see it says Geekbench 5 requires an activate internet connection when in tryout mode and automatically upload test results to the Geekbench browser. Other features are unavailable in tryout mode. By Geekbench 5 license, blah 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 blah. So since we are not hardcore benchmarking firm, we're just going to click on later. Here you will see a bunch of things. You have CPU information, you will see operating system, motherboard, memory, name of the processor, code name, the package type, base frequency, maximum frequency, CPU benchmark, which will show you the architecture, which is 64-bit, and then it will tell you that run CPU benchmark, or we can also run a compute benchmark. So compute API, OpenCL, CUDA, Vulkan, and computing device 1660 Ti, all the integrated graphics. So first let's run a CPU benchmark. This benchmark we are running on the quiet mode, so the results will be different compared to when we are going to run it on full performance mode. So this way we will also have a comparison of how the machine performs under various settings. Usually it takes a minute and a half to run, so we will let it run. It is recommended that you're not running any other applications or programs while you're running your benchmark. So don't open any other softwares or try to watch a movie on the side. Doing a benchmark for your PC is really important, and I always recommend that whenever you get a new machine, you need to test it. Okay, because more and more people are buying their stuff online, and if you're buying from Amazon, it usually provides you with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's good for you to take this time, try all your software, your applications, do some benchmarks on it, so you can see if your machine is performing. Because if there is any hardware issue, or if there is any other problem with your machine, or there is a driver which requires an update, or some settings are not properly done, or you need a BIOS update, you will get to know this while doing your benchmarks, and you can be certain that the machine is going to perform as intended and you get your money's worth. So it's very important that you always do the benchmark and test as soon as you get your machine. It's better to be cautious than being sad afterwards. So our benchmark is, well, almost done. It doesn't take 90 minutes. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It doesn't take 90 minutes. It takes maybe, what, 3 minutes? 3.5 minutes? Okay, so our benchmark is almost done. So we have this core, which is single core 1143, multi-core 6518. We go down, we see the details, 2.9, 4.29, 16 GB RAM, some system information, single core performance, multi-core performance. Now we are not going to close this. What we're going to do is we're going to open Geekbench again, and this time what we're going to do, we're going to do Lenovo VANTAGE. And currently you see that that's the interface. You have the CPU information, it shows you the GPU usage, RAM, SSD, and a bunch of other things. Thermal mode, currently it's balance. We change it to performance mode. Okay, and we close it. Performance mode is on. We close VANTAGE. We come here and we run CPU benchmark again. So as you remember, the first benchmark we ran was on automatic mode or smart mode, whatever they want to call it. Basically it's supposed to switch between quiet mode and performance mode automatically, depending upon which application requires which kind of performance. So that's how it works. But you will notice that the Geekbench 5 score that we have, that you can see in the background, it's 1143, and the one we're going to get now, it is different. One important thing, but all the people who have Lenovo Legion 5 in their possession, they must be aware of this, or they must have noticed this by now, but I'm stating the obvious here. If you're running your system on battery, you cannot run it on performance mode. Okay, it has got its plus side and minus side as well. It has got both the positive and negative aspects of it, but I see it as a positive approach, because this machine, it's powerful. Okay, there is no doubt about it. So this machine requires a lot of power, a lot of juice to run. The power brick is 230 watts. Okay, so when you're running this machine at full capacity, you will be needing all that power. But when you're running the machine on battery, let's say if you were able to use this performance on the battery, your battery will drain much faster, and also it will impact your battery health in the long run. So I think it's a smart move from Lenovo to deactivate the performance mode once you are on the battery. Our stress test is almost done. I'm not sure if you can hear the fan noise in the background. Our results are here. So you will see that the Geekbench 5 score, single core, is 1139. Previously it is 1143. Okay, I think we need some explanation here. So 1143 and 6518. Keep this in mind that I've been running this test on the latest Windows 20 H2 updates. So I think this is what's impacting the performance here, but we won't give up. So let's go back and open Vantage one more time. We go to terminal mode, say quiet mode, close, we close this, and we run CPU benchmark one more time. Well, this came to me as a surprise as well, because I wasn't expecting a reduction in the single core CPU benchmark. Well, I know it's only 4 points, but reduction is still a reduction. Could have been better if it was slightly higher. After this benchmark is done, I will share a screenshot that I took while running the test benchmark. That was done a week ago, and that was before I updated Windows to the latest edition. So after the CPU benchmark, we are going to run compute benchmark and see how the machine performs on that one. So my recipe for running a benchmark is very simple. I grab a cup of coffee, some snacks, eat your way through it. So, well, a man must do what a man must do. You can't just stare at the screen and wait for it to complete, right? Well, this is what I'm doing right now, but that's not what I always do. I think it's going to take about 3 minutes again. most of the people, they ask this question, that is Lenovo Legion 5 good for me? What they want to know is, will the machine be able to do or deliver what they intend to do with it? And actually, I cannot give them that answer, because I don't know what kind of applications they're going to run on it. If I know the exact workload and the type of applications they're going to run, I can help them out. Because most of the time, people are overkilling it. Yeah, I'm serious, they're overkilling it. They don't need an 8-core processor to just run some movies. I mean, no offense there, you may be a heavy media consuming person, but you still don't need that 8-core power. Alright, so Geekbench scores are out, and this time we have 1132. Let's check 1132. This is the one that we got after running it on the quiet mode. This is the one we got on high performance. This is the one we got on the automatic mode. So 1143, 1139 and 1132. Now when we look at the multi-core score, it's 5888, 6360 and 6518. So there is a huge gap there. Okay, and this is what we have. Now let's run the compute benchmark. I'm just going to run it on quiet mode and see how it goes. Yes, so we were talking about more and more consumers are overkilling. I mean, you really don't need a 8-core processor, 32 gigs of RAM, a 6 GB of graphic card to watch some movies on the go while you're traveling. I mean, if you're looking at a multimedia laptop, don't buy a power horse. Seriously, don't buy it. Okay, so we have the results. It was pretty quick, 63121. Now we're going to go to Vantage again. Thermal mode, balanced, close, close, run. So basically, for people who are going to buy this machine, or who are looking forward to buy this machine, or those who already have this machine and they intend to use it for office work. Now in offices you may have different kind of work domain. You may be working on like multiple Excel sheets at the same time, or you do a lot of PowerPoint presentations, or maybe you're working in an engineering firm. Alright, so we have the benchmark here, 63370. When we compare this to the quiet mode, it's higher. Okay, about 200 points. Let's open Lenovo Vantage again. Go to thermal mode, performance mode, close. The hybrid mode is on. Let me turn off hybrid mode, close. Run compute benchmark, and let's see how this one performs this time. I'm feeling thirsty now. Let's grab some water. So this machine is mostly out on market for gamers. I mean, they are literally saying it's the entry-level gaming machine, which is like Intel killer or something like that. Okay, so we have the scores out. It's 64957. Let's compare it to the balance mode, 63370. 63370, so this is higher, of course, and then let's compare it to the quiet mode. So 63121 versus 64957. So these are the benchmark scores, and now what we're going to do, we're going to run one more benchmark because we have been using the GeForce GTX. Let's see how much punch does the AMD Radeon packs. Running the benchmark again. We need to wait like 1 minute. These tests are quicker. Yes, so this is being marketed, the product, as a gaming laptop, but it is pretty decent. It is pretty good for engineering and creative works as well. I've been using this for my architecture workloads, running Revit, Rhinoceros, AutoCAD, Lumion, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, and yeah, even SketchUp at times. Okay, so the results are out. The score is 12,350. Compare this to 64,957. Now you see what is the difference you're going to get when you're working with graphics, but still it counts. Okay, so we have covered the benchmark. Now let's move to applications and how much time does it take to open an application and how well the machine responds. But before I close this, let me just open my benchmark results. This is the CUDA core. Yes. So it was 1158. 1158 single core score. So 1139, 1143. So as you can see, earlier it was 1158 and now it's 1143. It's not much of a difference, but still it's a difference, about 15 points. So something is fishy. Is Windows making all the devices slower with every single update? Well, we never know. Sounds a bit dark. Okay, so we're going to close this one and charge out to Geekbench. We are right now running on performance mode, but it is still hybrid. So I'm going to restart my machine and then we're going to see. Now let's continue with the applications. First, let's set up the clock. You can find this in alarm and clocks. You just need to type on Windows and go for clock. Click on alarm and clock. Well, it's already open, so it won't open again, but basically this is the interface you will have. Time zone, timer, stopwatch. We will need the stopwatch, so I'm just going to take this stopwatch and place it here. If you want to know how to do this screen setup, drop a comment below. I'll do a quick video on that one. Okay, now let's start with Google Chrome. So what we need to do is we need to click and we need to start. There will be a split-second difference, so please bear with me on that one. Okay, it took So now let's open okay, I think you saw that the first time we open Chrome after booting up the machine, it takes like 10 seconds or something, but then it just opens instantly. Let's try Mozilla Firefox. Okay, this opened instantly. I'm just going to put it in the third window. Okay, close this. Let's open Chrome again instantly. So it's working fine. Now let's see how much time it takes to start AutoCAD. Still loading. I think it will go around 25 or 26. Yeah, 26, 28. Really. Now let's open it one more time because this was the first run, and let's see how it goes. Okay. So 17 seconds. So from 28 to 17 seconds, 10 seconds faster. Close this. Let's see how much time it takes to start or open Rhino. Kindly note all the apps that we are testing. It's currently, the system is running on balanced mode and not on performance mode. Okay, so roughly a minute, and that was slow. Let's switch to performance mode. Okay, I'll just open the Lenovo VANTAGE. You can also press function Q like I just did, but we're just going to open VANTAGE to check again. Okay, so right now, as you can see, performance mode. Minimize that. Now let's open Rhino. Okay, so less than 10 seconds. Let's assign this window to Rhino and close that. Now let's start with Revit. About 32 seconds for Revit. Let's assign this window to Revit. Close it. Reset. 1, 2, 3, go. After we are done with Revit 2019, we will try to see how much time it takes to open Revit 2021. Okay, so 30 seconds. Or maybe not. Yeah, 2 more seconds there because it was still loading. My bad. Okay, now we're going to try Revit 2021. Start. So Revit 2021 is still loading. Sorry, it's still loading. There was a prompt for one of the plugins that I've installed. So yeah, 30 seconds. But just to make sure, let's put it here. Reset. Start. And let's see how much time it takes. Okay. Still loading. Okay, 30 seconds. That's the time it takes. Now let's open Lumion 10.5. For a moment there I thought it was going to take less than 20 seconds, but not really. Wow, looks like it's going to take 1 whole minute. Okay, 1 minute has passed and still loading. Okay. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but I think Bitdefender might have something to do with it. So it's opening and saying benchmark. Let's rerun the benchmark. Okay, as you can see, we are at pretty decent level in terms of specifications. So above recommended for graphic card, processor, and just at the line of recommended for graphic memory 6 GB and system memory 16 GB. Now the sweet thing is we can upgrade the system memory, but well, there is no other way we can upgrade the graphics memory, so we have to live with that. Okay, so I think that's okay for now. Let's close this. Okay, this was fast. Of course, when you have opened application for minimum one time, the second time it's faster. Usually it's faster. Okay, now we're going to try and open Excel. Okay, this was instant. I think it's pretty much the same for all of his application. Yeah, it's fast, snappy. Now let's open Lenovo VANTAGE. Once you open Lenovo VANTAGE, you will see details on your graphic card, CPU and storage and RAM. So it's pretty straightforward. You see what is the percentage which is being utilized. Okay, go to info, it will tell you all the other details of it. Okay, and also shows you the warranty. Down below you have system tools, system update, power, media and hardware scan. Hardware scan you can perform to check if your processor, memory, Wi-Fi card or storage are working perfectly. Then you have system update, where if you connect it with the internet, this I'm connecting with my Wi-Fi now. Okay, so once you click on Wi-Fi, you're connected. Lenovo VANTAGE will try to connect itself, and then we are back again. Alright, so when you click on system update, it will show you, well, you click on update and it will show you what is the status for the drivers. So it's saying Nvidia VGA driver failed to install. Okay, what happened here? Okay, we will look into that, but let's go back. You have the Windows critical updates, on recommended updates. Also on Windows update, you can go click, it will take you to the Windows update settings and it will show you if you have any updates. Okay, now when we click on power, you have the power settings that you can change. Okay, you can have the Lenovo VANTAGE toolbar. This is what I've disabled. If you enable it, you will see this. Okay, I don't like the icon, it's too ugly, so I just disable it. But you can have it if you want to have a look at the battery percentage without the need to hover the mouse over the battery like this, so it works. Then you can enable rapid charge, so it allows your battery to be charged much faster than normal mode. Okay, conservation mode is basically for battery, so what it will do, it will save your battery charge and recharge cycles, and this will allow, as it says, the battery will only be charged to 55 to 60% of capacity, and the battery lifespan can be maximized. However, this will shorten the time you use your computer after it is disconnected from the AC power source. I've not tested it, I've not even heard of it before, so we really don't know how this will work out, but according to Lenovo, this should help you to have a good battery life. So now you have always on USB, so you will notice that you have these two symbols, which basically mean that even if your device is off, okay, it's in sleep, hibernation, doesn't matter, you can charge your phone, your tablet from this USB. Okay, so I've enabled it. You can even disable it if you don't want to use it. And then we move to audio. You can select, well, right now it's on game mode, Dolby Audio. You can change it to dynamic, movie, music, whatever you want. Display and camera. Okay, right now for some reason it's saying the battery is in good condition. Good to know. Eye care mode, then camera, brightness, contrast, normal settings, and display. Now we move to input and accessories. So keyboard top row function, right now it's function F1 to F12. You can also put in special functions. It's pretty easy. Actually, you just need to press function key and escape key. It will enable function lock, and then you will be able to use all those shortcuts like decreasing the brightness, increasing the volume, and other stuff. Keyboard backlight I've currently disabled. I don't really need it because I'm working mostly with proper lighting. So if you're working in the dark or you don't have sufficient lighting and you want some backlight in the keyboard, then you can turn it on, but otherwise just leave it off. And let's go and see the battery details. So status, lithium polymer, 62.58 watt hour, temperature, and other stuff. Alright, let's go back. Now we're here. So we have already checked power. Now go to media. We have checked media, hardware scan. This basically we talked about that one. Now what else do we have? Yes, we have the important stuff. Thermal mode, it's currently performance. Let's switch it back to balance mode. Close. Network boost, this you use when you're playing a game over the network. Auto close is very cool stuff. So you can add apps you want to close when you launch a game. So basically this will free up unused resources to maximize the gaming. I don't game on this machine a lot. Well, to be honest, I have not even installed the game because I don't have time for that one, but still it's there, you can use it. Hybrid mode, it's good. Basically you can use your Nvidia dedicated graphic card or the AMD Radeon integrated card. Depending upon the usage, the machine will decide. So I've disabled it because I would like to have more performance out of it. Rapid Chart, Wi-Fi security, basically just checks your Wi-Fi connection for normal security settings. I would rely on my antivirus more than that, and that's pretty much it. Then of course you have security, you have Wi-Fi security. It shows you your different stuff, support, and of course you can log out from this, and that's it. So that's all for Lenovo VANTAGE user interface and other things, and I think that sums up today's video. So in this video we covered the performance, we covered the specifications, we covered a benchmark in Geekbench, and we also got another benchmark from Lumion, and we opened different applications to see what is the response time, and we did a quick go through with the Lenovo VANTAGE. Hit the like button if you like the video, and subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, and see you guys in the next one.